Ladies and gentlemen, gender neutrals, and transient sex ghosts, this is your captain speaking. We might encounter rough air, so please, keep your seatbelts fastened, and don't wander out into the walkway. Thank you for listening to this message, and I can assure you your flight will arrive on time. And then I was like, well, I might as well get both of them. Oh, hey guys, this is FMF Rider, bringing forth another video for your pleasure. Today's highlights are going to include a little bit of sketchy riding because my bike was just rebuilt and it has a new rear tire. But we're going to push through that and try to get a decent day of riding in, you know.
Oh, I forgot to put sunscreen on. Ah, well. Little cancer never hurt anyone.
Excuse me, FMF, that was very offensive. My granddad has cancer, okay? I don't appreciate that, okay? That wasn't funny, okay? Cancer isn't a joke, okay?
Whoa, now, I didn't say it was a funny joke. That's, you know, what all the cool kids are doing these days, though, you know?
Oh, yeah. 110%, baby.
Oh yeah, 110%. So my dudes, as I've stated before, my YZ125 was just recently rebuilt by my dad and I. I thought my bike was smoking a bit too much and the throttle response could have been better, so over my winter break, the bike remained in the garage. Also worth mentioning is my degraded rear tire, which had the knobs falling off and consequently delivered absolutely no rear traction. Coincidentally, right when I got my bike out of the trailer to work on it, it was 100% flat, which was kind of nice. This is probably a good time to do it. I'm just going to put a disclaimer out there. If you don't like cows, click away from this video, because the cows are everywhere. They will not get off the trail. They are literally taking over, like aliens. Sorry for that little interruption there, but, so anyway, I put a new Pirelli Scorpion rear tire on, and my dad checked out the engine situation. Now I have plenty of rear traction, so much, in fact, that I have to now compensate for the extra steering and turning that's provided. Since I'd gotten used to having so little traction and wide turning angles, and the engine now runs happily, and it's a little more crisp, you know, like, and since it's now colder weather, and by colder, of course, I mean 70 degrees instead of 90 degrees, since this is South Florida. Here's a little island, little canal section that I added in here because normally it goes straight, like right here, you go towards the left a little bit, but there's this new trail going over there, and I don't show this trail very often, so I figured I might as well. It's pretty cool. Yeah. And here we go through a little shallow water, which is, in my mind, a bit sketchy because after rebuilding my bike, the electronics aren't completely covered. So, yeah, like when we got out here, my dad was like, oh yeah, your electronics aren't completely covered, so don't get it in any water. And I was like, oh, yeah, sure thing. And veering off into the right over here, we got some pretty dank dips to go through. They're pretty fun. I always like it when the trail has at least some topographical changes, because if they don't, it just reminds me of South Florida and how flat it is, and it just kind of gets depressing, you know. Alright guys, we're back out on the loopy, bumpy, messy trails right here. Oh, check that out. Pretty dirty, if I do say so myself. Because, you know, the soil There's soil everywhere because we're in a very fertile canal, especially with all the dum-dum cows, because they like to just sit around this canal area and basically hoard up the whole place. So that was kind of upsetting most of the time, but I'm sure that won't happen this time. No, I don't see any cows anywhere. Here's a pretty fun clip for you guys. I mean, for me, here I'm doing the trail backwards here, and many of you might not know that, but I am going backwards, opposite of the suggested trail. Well, what am I looking for? The suggested trail. Yeah, basically, you know. Here's some more sick log action. It's pretty cool. This trail has a few jumpies, so might as well include them in here. Right here's a good example of what I was talking about earlier. I'm kind of like edging it on the throttle a little bit. I'm not rolling it or just going full throttle like I should be, because I'm trying to compensate for that non-existent lack of turning, if that makes sense. It's really weird. It's something I have to get used to over a little period of time. It is nice though. Holy heck, guys, did you see that? Did you see what my dad just did there? That was pretty impressive, I'm not gonna lie. That the one-hander thing, one-hander lander, that's pretty cool.
But wait, the FMF. Why don't you go straight? Obviously the trail goes that way.
Let me tell you, I'm a woods rider. I make my own trail, okay?
What are you doing?
Oh, what the heck is this? Moss? Oh. You guys know your boy don't mess with no moss. That clingy moss garbage. Oh look, there I am, wiping the camera there for you guys. Ladies and gentlemen, if you look towards your right, you might be able to see some wild hamburger. This species is called Dumbus cowus and is native to the North American peninsula state called Florida. Originally a thriving species of many places and terrain, overhunting has caused the diminishing of its population, which in turn has restricted it into only certain lands, holding only enough to support a small population size in order to protect the species' niche. Its main prey is St. Augustine grass or centipede grass. The only predator to this animal is the horseradish, a very vile creature that smothers itself on top of it and quickly suffocates it, drowning out the smell and taste of the hamburger. Whoa now, easy there FMF, you might just crash yourself. Jeez. Hooligans! Wow, that was some pretty funny stuff right there. It's funny because I could have broken my wrist, just snapped it right off, you know? Whoa, my dude, are you okay? Getting a little squirrely out there. I know figure eights is a very difficult thing to do, but man. So this is just a short clip from one of the roughest trails on the property. There are a bunch of roots sticking up all around, and many of them are hidden by branches and sand. It's just a really bumpy ride, so I won't show much of it. I believe the trail got this way not only because of the many riders that pass through here, but also because of the way the root structures are assembled. Since this is, and almost always is, a hammock, there's going to be a ton of oak roots. They're like cypress knees, they just whack you around like a toy. Oh yeah, guys, there is just one more thing I want to mention. Vine grab! Alright guys, that's going to conclude this episode. Make sure you tune in next time for the next episode. And comment, share, like, subscribe, and thanks so much for watching, guys. I appreciate all your support, and I'll see you in the next one.